what lies ahead of us. We just got to just stay moving. We just and just position ourselves to be available to be blessed, if you will. Be available. Because he don't call to qualify, he qualifies to call, right?
Amen to that one.
And just be available to be blessed. But you won't be available if you're mad, if you're upset, if you're angry, if you're disappointed, if you focus, if you're unfocused. So keep your focus, man. You have to keep your focus
and keep your eyes open.
That's absolutely wonderful. When did you realize you were a good cook? At what age did you realize that?
Oh, I've been cooking since I was 8.
Since 8 years old?
Since I was 8 years old.
What you say now? Now ramen noodles don't count. Ramen noodles don't count. Hamburger helper, that don't count.
No. I was cooking full course meals. Matter of fact, I suck at cooking noodles. Anything like that's simple, I suck at it. It has to be a difficult meal for me to succeed at it. Because if it's some instant something, I cannot do it. My kids do not eat my instant mashed potatoes. They do not eat my instant oatmeal, noodles, none of that.
They say it's instant nasty, huh?
Yeah, that's instant nasty.
That's funny, man. So 8 years old, huh? That is what's up.
Yes, since I was 8 years old.
That's awesome.
And I've been having a passion for it ever since. So 3 years ago, I just decided to say, you know what? I was sitting at home and a light bulb went off in my head and you say, I know what? I'm going to get up this morning and I'm going to start me a business. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a goal. I didn't have anything aligned. I just knew that I wanted something of my own. I got up and I did it and I made it happen, and it's been going on now for 3 years.
Just like that. Just because you made a decision. That's the key, right?
That's all it is. You make a choice. That's all it takes is you have to make the decision for your life. Once you make the decision for your life, it's up to you to put your foot forward, not no one else's foot. You have to put your foot forward.
You make the decision, and then you made the move. I think a lot of times people get called analysis of paralysis, and they overthink it and they overanalyze it. Then instead of making excuses of what can't be done, and you just went out there and did it.
Yeah, I just went out there and did it. Honestly, I had no plan. I had no business layout or anything. I just woke up and was like, this is what I'm going to do today. I got up and I did it, and that was it. I just didn't think about it. I didn't sit down to try to convince to talk myself out of it. I didn't sit down to try to wait on anyone to give me a handout. I just got up and I did it. And sometimes you have to do that. You just have to get up and just do it. Otherwise, you won't never do it.
You sure right about that. You sure right about that. And especially if you waiting on some approval from other people to get the green light to go, because you might not you be sitting at that light forever waiting for that joker to change.
Yeah, you sit around waiting on anyone, period. You liable to die before you get that help.
You're right. You're right. You have to help yourself, though, man. I'm a firm believer, though, man, that your gifts will make room for you. Your gifts will feed you. Your passion and your purpose will feed you. But if you turn everything off, you can hear loud and clear what's going on. And you didn't deny the passion that you had. You was like, you know what, that's a good idea. Because you got to think about it. Where do those ideas come from? If you heard a voice, who was speaking?
Right. And then I felt like, if that's something I had a passion for, it shouldn't have been a struggle for me to start it, So that's something that I really have a passion for. And when you really have a passion for something, once you start it, you can sit back and say, ooh, I need to do this. I need to do that. And, you can just keep adding to it and keep adding to it. And then, of course, each year or each month or each day, you learn something different. My thing, you're never too old to learn. So you always learn. I'm, very open-minded to learning and listening as well. So like you said before, having a business, it's not easy. It may look easy on Facebook, but it's not easy. Just taking those pictures alone, not easy.
Yeah,
I go back and forth with Simone about pictures. She be looking at me like, wait, I got it. Just so we go back and forth about the pictures. So you have to have the right picture. You have to have the right angle. And so something that simple right there is still hard. You have to make the right decision.
You do. You have to. And because you're passionate about it, though, that decision is easy to make. My wife does decorating and stuff like that, right? She can make something, man, out of anything. I'm like, man, I never would have thought of that, right? And so, because some people, it just comes easy, just like cooking for you. It just comes easy, right? Speaking to me, motivating for me, helping people get into home loans, talking to people about credit. easy for me because I love doing this stuff, man. And I speak about it with passion. Again, people know what you're passionate about. And because when you speak about it with conviction and with matter of factness, I think sometimes, though, man, maybe that intimidates people, right? You know, because you're so matter of fact. And that's what I figured out. Sometimes maybe the reason why people don't support you because they feel intimidated by you having the nerve to walk in your purpose and where they fail to walk in theirs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
So they're mad at you. They're mad at you for having the nerve to move out there. And all they have to do is do what you did. Go make a move.
That's true. That is true. But, hey, we can't worry about what everybody else is doing. So I'm worried about what I'm doing.
Man, yeah, exactly.
I am solely worried about what I'm doing. If it's not in my household, I just don't worry about it. I don't seek attention or approval from anyone. I just do what I have a passion for, regardless if anyone like it or they don't. And that's just it.
Yeah, because if you put it out there, because I guarantee, man, you probably like me, you know, you put some positive stuff out there with no expectation. If you get 15, 20 likes on it, that's great. But I always tell people, I do this for the love, not for the likes.
Right. Exactly. And that's where a lot of people focus on. They doing it for the likes. Me, I am really doing it because that's something I have a passion on. I'm doing it because I actually ride by on a regular basis and I see homeless people out there, and I actually have a heart, and it really hurts my feelings. It just makes me feel some type of way. Just the other day, we rode past a lady that was outside, and the only thing, she didn't even ask for money. Sign on her sign, all it said was, I was hungry. That's all it said, was she was hungry. And she started to cry when people were just giving her $1 here, 50 cents here. And I started to jump out my car and give this lady a hug because I just felt so bad. So the only thing I could do was give her a business card, give her some change, and to let her know, hey, if you can contact me, let me know. If you're hungry, I will feed you. And giving back is just really important to me. It's just really important.
It is. It really is. And here's the thing, though. This is where I know you're true about giving back, because you're giving to people that financially is not a position to give back to you.
Right.
So you're not selfishly giving for some form of gratification or reciprocity from those that you're giving to. You're giving because you see a need and you're meeting that need. Because if not you, then who? Right.
And the thing is, for anyone who's listening, whether you guys donate to feed the homeless or not, I'm still going to feed the homeless.
What you say now? She said she's going to still feed them, whether you get your $2 or not. She going to still feed them peoples on the streets that need the food. now the donations is helpful, but at the same time, because again, she's walking in her purpose. See, don't live a life without purpose on purpose. Can you dig it? Make sure you live the best life you can.
Right, and I believe the more that, if you can sit back and receive and receive and receive, I believe the more that you receive, that should be as much as you give. So if you can receive somebody's $100, and if you can call somebody and ask them for $500, or you can call somebody and ask them for whatever the case may be, then just remember, while you're receiving their hard-earned money and whatever else they're giving to you, you need to do the same thing. So while you're sitting here receiving, make sure you take the time to give.
Bottom line.
Just take the time to give.
Take the time.
That's all it takes. Just one person.
Time, right? All it takes is some time, right? To go do a little something that can mean so much, though, right? You know, it's just that little bit of stuff that you do, man. It means so much, because I think everybody's still riding on a high from the weekend, talking to these kids and positivity and stuff like that, though, man. And the thing about it, though, when you just walk in your destiny and you just walk boldly, right, into your destiny, man, like I said, success will find you. Success will find you, because you're success because there's so many people that start off that won't finish. So that makes you special right there, because you're talking about 3 years, small business owner, 3 years, right? And you still going strong with that. And I know there probably been some times you're like, I don't know. But you kept going because you were passionate about it, because you realized that, okay, these homeless people, if I quit, then who going to help them? Because there was something on the news this morning about the epidemic of the homeless population and stuff like that. And I was telling my wife, man, I really wish I was in a position financially to like have some houses, like some temporary homes to put these homeless people in and stuff, you know, and then like some skills, to give them some practical skills. Now, those that want to be there, you know, then give them some practical skills that can help them and feel good about themselves. Because I believe, man, the majority of people that's on the street don't want to be there.
They don't. Who does?
Exactly.
Who does? And that's what people have to realize. Stop judging. You never know what a person is going through. You know, I done came across homeless people who actually just had a hard time, and they end up out there. Not everybody. A lot of people think every homeless person is on some type of drugs. Not all of them. Mm-hmm. Not all of them are bad. Not all of them out there just just doing stuff just to be doing it. And that's what we have to remember. So it's just important. People just have to start remembering what's important and what's not important.
So when you see those people standing on the corners and stuff like that, asking for money and stuff, and I've heard people say this out loud all the time. They're like, I'm not going to get it in. If they got time to stand out here on the corner all day and ask for money, they got time to go get them a job. What you say to those people that have that kind of attitude?
When you, hey,
I hear the name right
because I'm going to be honest with you. You might be one of those people who done did that. And you might see Shug one day and you might say, hey, Shug, I'm hungry. I remember, I'm looking at you. How many times have you give? Mm-hmm. How many times, when you sitting right there judging them people, looking down on them like they're not human, then once you get in your hard time, you expect someone to look at you like any different. It doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't work that way. If I sat here and went and did my business based off of how I was feeling and what I was going through on my daily basis, Lord have mercy, nothing would never get done because people didn't even know. That I'm so serious. People never knew the things that I was going through as a business owner. No one knew I was going through a divorce. No one knew I was relocating. No one knew I was forced to move out my house. The thing is, it's all about how you carry yourself, how you carry your negatives, what you can find out of your negatives, and you keep putting your foot forward. I kept my business open despite of the things that I was going through, despite of the changes that I was going through, and I was still making sure I took the time to stop looking at my own problems and still look at somebody else's to try to see what I can do to fix theirs.
Even in the midst of all that?
Because sometimes, even in the midst of your own, you're going to find a positive out of it, so why not? Why not?
Yeah, right at the end of the tunnel, man. A lot of people don't think that way, so I commend you for having that thought process, though, and having that wherewithal to keep on going and keep moving when I know it was rough for you in your life and the things that you went through. So I commend you for that because those people that need your help, again, they're getting it because you failed to quit. You didn't want to. You said, you know what, I'm not going to stop because you saw the bigger picture. You saw life beyond what you was going through. And a lot of times I think a lot of people don't see that because all they see is what they're going through based upon their own paradigm. And so they pretty much live life based upon all they know. And they don't even get outside that box. So that was big of you to do that, to really still think of other people after you're going through stuff that's painful to you. Who wants to go to divorce, right? Who wants to go through changes and all that kind of stuff, right? And you still had the nerve to think about somebody else. Oh, yeah, God got you. God got you on that.
I sure did and still do, honey.
Yeah. God got you, man. And that's
sometimes
beautiful,
you have to stop looking at yourself and just look at everything else around you. And when you stop looking at yourself and start looking at everything that's around you, things will come out a little clearer to you.
Clarity.
There's always someone out there going through worse. And once you start paying attention to that, you'll see. Sometimes it takes years for us to open our eyes. Sometimes it just takes shorter. But like I said, it all depends on that person.
At the end of the day, individual. Like my mom always say, every tub got to sit on their own bottom. So it all depends on that individual. Again, information is out here. Access to it is out here. Now, what you decide to do with it is what we ask, what we're telling you guys tonight. And not just about motivation. We talking about motivation with an action plan. So forget who's there. Forget who's not there. Will you show up?
There for yourself.
Will you show up? Front and center. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Look right in the mirror.
Don't look up. Don't look up either. Don't look down.
If you look up and it's raining, you bound to drizzle.
It was really nice speaking to you guys. Thank you for having me on the show. It was a pleasure of getting this information out here. If anyone's listening, donation page will be available where people can make these donations, whether it's $5. $5 can feed two people. People fail to realize, how far $5 can take someone.
$5.
Just $5 can make a whole meal to feed somebody. So let's start feeding people, get some people home, fed that's hungry.
Give that website again. I'm going to write it in my comment section, too.
Huh?
Give me that website again. I'm going to write it in my comment section.
You can get on www.shugyourpersonalcook.com by hitting the donation button.
ShugYourPersonalCook.com.
You can also, if anyone would like to give me a call, to answer any